The rainy season is the time of year when there is a disproportionate amount of precipitation in the region. It occurs in tropical and subtropical latitudes, to a much lesser extent in temperate latitudes. It is also sometimes used as a euphemism for green season. The rainy season is known by various names all over the world. For example, in Mexico it is known as the storm season. The Aboriginal tribes of northern Australia call the rainy season, usually observed there from December to March, a blizzard. The exact meaning of the word is disputed, although it is generally accepted that it is associated with severe thunderstorms, floods, and abundant vegetation growth, which are usually observed at this time. The season usually lasts at least a month. Areas with rainy seasons are dispersed across the tropics and subtropics. According to the Köppen climate classification for tropical climates, a month of the rainy season is defined as a month in which the average rainfall is 60 millimeters or more 2.4 inches. Unlike areas with a savanna climate and monsoon regimes, the Mediterranean climate has wet winters and dry summers. Dry and rainy months are typical for tropical seasonal forests, unlike tropical forests, which do not have dry or wet seasons because their rainfall is evenly distributed throughout the year. In some areas with pronounced rainy seasons, rain will fall in the middle of the season. The intertropical convergence zone or monsoon trough moves to higher latitudes in the middle of the warm season. Please like this video and subscribe to this new channel and you will see many more interesting and useful things. When the wet season occurs in the warmer months or in summer, precipitation falls mainly in the late afternoon and early evening. During the rainy season, air quality improves, freshwater quality improves, and vegetation grows significantly, leading to lower yields at the end of the season. Riverbanks overflow, and some animals retreat to higher ground. The nutrients in the soil decrease, and erosion increases. The incidence of malaria is increasing in areas where the rainy season coincides with high temperatures, especially in tropical areas. Some animals have adaptation and survival strategies during the rainy season. Often, the previous dry season leads to food shortages during the rainy season because the crops are not yet ripe. This phenomenon has already affected Central America, where more than a dozen people have died as a result of heavy rains. Although this phenomenon, also known as the monsoon cycle, is usually associated with Asia, it is also regularly observed in the Americas region. Monsoons are caused by a change in wind direction that occurs when the seasons change. In fact, even the word monsoon comes from the Arabic word mawsim, which means season. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the winds change because the temperature of land and water varies with the changing seasons. The warm water in the ocean evaporates and rises into the air. The warm moist air condenses and turns into rain, according to the National Hurricane Center. In Central America, they are transferring heavy humidity from the Pacific Ocean to the coastal area of southern Mexico, where the heaviest rains are expected on June 21st this year. It can be life-threatening. Conditions include floods and landslides. In addition, dangerous wave conditions will affect these coastal areas. In addition to this phenomenon, the region is preparing for the arrival of a tropical cyclone. The National Meteorological Service of Mexico, which will bring electric shock rains, strong gusts of wind and hail, landslides, and an increase in river and stream levels, as well as spills and floods in at least 15 Mexican states. Due to heavy torrential rains, the region is already reporting human casualties and destruction. At the moment, El Salvador is the most affected country. 11 people have died and about 1,900 have been granted asylum. Similarly, in Guatemala, about 5 people died and at least 7,000 were injured. In Honduras, about 1,500 people were affected by the rains, and hundreds of people in the Vail department in southern Honduras were left incommunicado. A red alert level has been declared in El Salvador, an orange alert level in Guatemala, and a yellow alert level in Honduras. The rainy season is the main period of vegetation growth in the climate regime of the savanna. However, this also means that the wet season is a time of food shortages before crops reach full maturity. This leads to seasonal weight changes in people in developing countries, with the drop occurring during the wet season until the first harvest, when weight is restored. The incidence of malaria increases during periods of high temperatures and heavy rains. Cows give birth at the beginning of the rainy season. The beginning of the rainy season is signaled by the migration of monarch butterflies from Mexico. Tropical butterfly species have larger dot markings on their wings to ward off possible predators and are more active during the wet season than during the dry season. In the tropics and warmer areas of the subtropics, the reduced salinity of Coastal wetlands due to rains causes an increase in crocodile nesting. Other species, such as the arroyo toad, spawn for several months after seasonal rains. Armadillos and rattlesnakes are looking for high ground,